This is the side of the vehicle. Come closer. All right. It starts with our mirror mounts, which are not cracked or broken. They're in good condition. All right. No loose fittings. And not cracked or broken. Hazard lights, the proper color, amber, not cracked or broken, good condition, properly illuminated. Then we have our door handle, which is not cracked or broken. It's in good condition, opens my door properly. Disregard the seal. We have this seal, which is in good condition, not ripped or torn, and then no signs of leaking. Then we have our door hinges, not cracked or broken, no illegal welds, no missing hardware, good condition, and our door shuts properly. All right, then we have our steps, which are free and clear of oil, grease, and debris. Step on it. You don't have to touch it. All right, and it's secure. Then under it, we have our battery box, which is not cracked or broken. Looking at the sides, I see nothing leaking. All ports seem to be free and clear of any oil, grease, of any debris, and good condition. Under that, we have air tanks, not cracked or broken, no signs of leaking. Air lines seem to be in good condition, not ripped or torn, no leaking. DEF tank is securely mounted, not cracked or broken, no signs of leaking. If it were low, I'd open the cap, get the proper flow to make sure it's at the proper level. Then I will also check the hoses to make sure they're secure, properly clamped with no signs of leaking. Then we have the fuel tank, which is not cracked or broken or bent or leaking. It is secured to the frame with 2 metal straps and 2 rubber backings. Our fuel cap, I will check to make sure that the chain is not broken and the seal is in good condition, which is the O-ring. Then I would also check that the fuel lines are not ripped or torn and there's no signs of leaking. From there, we have our mud guard, which is secured to the frame. It's not cracked or broken, stops any debris from hitting the back of our tractor. We have our frame, no illegal welds, no holes are permitted. They're in good condition. Now we're going to continue with our fifth wheel coupling, which is the electrical lines and the air lines, and they're secured to the tractor. As you can see, they're properly suspended, not ripped, torn, cut, damaged, or leaking, and they're not dragging on the catwalk, which is free and clear of any oil, grease, or debris. Back to the air lines. Air lines are color-coded, red for emergency, blue for service. All right, and they're in good condition. Now, the glad hands, which are on this side, are not cracked or broken. And they're in good condition, no illegal welds. Airlines, red for emergency, blue for service. And if we needed to check our airlines, we will release them from the glad hands and we will see a rubber grommet. It should not be ripped or torn or cut. Should be in good condition. Then when we reattach the airlines to the glad hands, we're going to be checking and listening out for any leaking. After that, we're going to check our green electrical line by unlatching it, making sure that the 7 pins are not cracked, bent, broken, or missing, and the 7 receivers are free from debris. Continuing on with the fifth wheel, we're going to go to our apron where I showed you the last time, right here. Look up. No, right here. Got the camera here. And up, we have our apron. It's not cracked or broken. No illegal welds. No holes are permitted. And the holes that you do see are manufactured only. This is a non-sliding fifth wheel, okay? The top part of the fifth wheel, one of them is a skid plate. It's not cracked or broken. No, skid plate. This is the apron, skid plate. Skid plate is properly greased. As you can see, there's no daylight between the apron and the skid plate, which is not cracked or broken, no illegal welds. To the left, we have the fifth wheel release handle, which is in a locked position, and that tells us that the lock jaws are locked around the kingpin, and we're gonna inspect that in a minute. Back to the skid plate, which is securely bolted to the the platform. The platform is not cracked or broken, no illegal welds. The platform is secured to the frame. The frame, no holes, no illegal welds, good condition. Now we're gonna go under the fifth wheel to finish, under the trailer to finish the fifth wheel. All right, and what we're looking at, in between our skid plate is the lock jaws, which are properly greased, not cracked or broken, and they're locked and secured around the kingpin, which is also properly greased, not cracked or broken. The kingpin is secured to the apron of the trailer. All right, we're going to continue on with the tractor. If you look down, we have a bar going across. That is the torque bar. It's not cracked, broken, or illegally welded. No missing hardware. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, now moving back, we have our hazard lights. They're the proper color red, not cracked or broken. They're working on both sides, properly illuminated. License plate, not cracked or broken, it's in good condition, it's secure, and it matches the paperwork inside my end cap. Mud flaps are properly suspended, not ripped or torn or cut, not damaged, and they stop debris from coming from my drive tires. All right, let's move and finish the tractor by doing a drive shaft. Come over here so you can see the drive shaft right here. Drive shaft is not cracked or broken, no illegal welds. All right. And it's secured on both ends with U-joints. All right, stay there. All right. And from the U-joints, if you go in here, we have our. From the U-joints, we have our drive axle right there. Drive axle is not cracked or broken, no illegal welds, it's secure in good condition. On our drive axle, we have two brake chambers, one right here and then one on the other side. So you can put your camera right here, you can see one right here. All right, come on, that brake chamber. There we go. So that brake chamber, there's two of them. It's not cracked or broken, they're secure, good condition, no illegal welds, no leaking. On the brake chamber, we also have ABS line and air lines, which are not ripped, torn, or cut, not leaking. They're in good condition. On every brake chamber, we have a slack adjuster and push rod, which you cannot see, but they are secure with the pin and cotter pin. I would check the slack adjuster by chalking the wheels, releasing the brakes, and making sure it had no more than 1 inch of play on the slack adjuster. And again, on every brake chamber. Also, right, so what you're gonna do, come over to the side, you're gonna have your camera right here, because we're gonna do spring hanger. As you can see, it's secured to the frame, no illegal welds, no missing hardware. It's not cracked or broken. Then under that, right here, is our leaf springs. No more than 25% damage is permitted, not cracked, not broken, no illegal welds. If you can see, right here, put your camera, leaf springs are secured by those 2 U-bolts, 4 nuts underneath, along with the saddle, which are all in good condition, not cracked or broken, along with the axle, which is in good condition, no illegal welds. If you look further, we have a shock absorber. It's not cracked or broken or leaking, it's in good condition. The upper and lower mounts of the shock absorber are not cracked or broken, good condition. Behind that, we have our airbag. You see it?
Where?
Huh?
Where?
You see it, right? Further back.
Okay.
So you see the shock absorber, then the airbag, right? The airbag is not ripped, torn, or cut, not cracked or broken or leaking. It is secure with no missing hardware. Now we're gonna go inside. We have our brake drum. Stay inside, try to get in there as much as you can. So we did inside, now we're moving out. So we have our brake drum and brake shoe, which are free and clear of any oil, grease, and debris. The brake drum must be round, brake shoes no more than 25% damage. The rim, not cracked or broken or illegally welded, no signs of leaking, properly seated and beaded to the tire. The inner walls of my tire are not excessively worn, no rips, cuts, or abrasions. Then you're gonna move your camera up top here so you can see that my drive tires, all right, these 2 tires are the drive tires, no less than 232. Keep it in here. Put your camera up right here so you can see it. All right, so these drive tires cannot have less than 232 of thread, and I will use a tire thread gauge to make sure it's even in 3 different spots. They can be recapped and they can be regrooved. Now, in between my drive tires is evenly spaced and free from debris, and you will find a butted rim that has no daylight in between, but is properly seated and beaded to the tire. It's not cracked or broken or legally welded, and no signs of any debris in between, all right? Outer wall is not excessively worn. It's not ripped or cut. It's in good condition. Rim, not cracked or broken, no illegal welds, properly seated and beaded. Then we're gonna go straight to the valve stem. So please look for the valve stem. Look for the valve stem. All right, the valve stem is visible. It's not cracked or broken. It's in good condition. No signs of leaking. It's properly capped, and I will use my valve stem to make sure that the air pressure is between 100 to 110 psi, and I will check it when the tires cool. My lug nuts are not cracked or broken. They're in good condition. None are missing, and I see no rust streaks or shiny metal, which means they need to be tightened. And they're secure. Axle seal. They're in good condition, not cracked or broken. No illegal welds, no missing hardware, and no signs of leaking. All right. As a general overview, I see nothing leaking, hanging, or smoking.